Hi everyone, this is Joseph at Lightspeed. One of the new features that we have in analytics is the ability to add inline subtotals to reports. This is a feature that's not difficult to set up, so let's take a look at putting it together. Now, just to be clear, this is not the same thing as using calculations to create subtotals. There is a workflow that we can use to create calculations that will do that for us, but this is a bit of a simpler tool. There are a few things we'll need to keep in mind when preparing visualized subtotals. First, we'll need a report that has multiple dimensions on it. Secondly, the subtotals are grouped from the leftmost dimension towards the right. Third, the sorting then is locked to the last dimension. Fourth, subtotals will be gathered at the top of their respective dimensions, not at the bottom. Fifth, the visualized subtotals will prepare sums and averages of measures, but they do not do this for the sums and averages of calculations. So if you want subtotals for a commission report, this may not be the best solution to use. So let's try building this together. We'll begin with any report and we'll make sure that there are two dimensions. Let's start by taking a look at recent sales. Recent sales is looking at daily sales totals this week, and we have a total for each day of the week. But let's say we also want to see the top level category of sales for each day. What I could do is go to the item, to the categories, and we'll add top level category. Let's run. So now my report has two dimensions on it. So far, so good. Our second step will be checking the subtotal checkbox and running. We'll see the subtotals checkbox over here on the right-hand side of the report next to totals. We'll check it and we'll run. So far, so good. Our third step will be selecting the table visualization. The visualization tool is the section just above the data. I can open it using this little triangle to the left-hand side. The default visualization on the recent sales report are these columns, but we can change the visualization using the different icons on the visualization bar. The table visualization is just to the left of the columns. When I click on it, it will now prepare the data below as a function of totals for each category per day and the subtotals of those days. There are a few things we'll likely notice when looking at the subtotal report, so let's take a look at them together. So first, the data in our subtotals report is identical to that we see in the data table below, but it's prepared in a slightly different way. In the raw data, we have two dimensions, the completed date and the top level category, and we'll get a date and category line for each combination. In the subtotals visualization though, we'll see the same category totals, but we'll see them associated with the complete day as well. So we'll have slightly more lines on the subtotal visualization than we will in the raw data. Secondly, we'll notice that the subtotals are prepared in bold on the right-hand side. For example, I can see that sales from the 10th totaled $205. Below that, I can see the totals for each of the categories for that day. But the daily totals are grouped in the bold text. As well, if I like, I can close the subtotals by clicking on the arrow to their left. Finally, we'll see a number here that corresponds to the number of lines associated with that collection of subtotals. So thank you for watching our video about visualized subtotals. You can find more resources on analytics here in the Video Help Center and in the Analytics section of Community.